Have you ever felt like you wanted to fly away, far away, to a completely different place? Well, that's kind of what I've been feeling for quite some time now. So one day, I flipped a coin and it landed on Japan, obviously. Because when destiny calls, it uses a yen coin, and apparently mine was suspiciously biased. Get ready for a chaotic adventure. Okay, I'm kidding, kind of. If you need to know anything about me, it's that I am an ISTJ, which apparently a lot of people are, although I have never met another one or never even heard someone say that they are. What I want to say with this is that I like to organize and plan my life. Really, everything needs to be planned in my life. I thrive off of routines and structure. So yeah, I did not flip a coin. More so, growing up in Switzerland and spending my whole life here, I at some point felt like I needed to get away for a bit. Don't get me wrong, I love it here, this is my home. I appreciate everything about this country. When I got the chance to have a few months off after getting my master's degree before starting my full-time job, I took it. I traveled for 2 months visiting Vietnam, South Korea and Japan, and I loved every single part about this trip. I have been to many countries in my life, mostly European countries, but I have never been in a place where I could imagine myself living. That was until I went to Japan. Having my boyfriend join me on this part of the trip made it even better. He's Japanese, so he made sure to show me the real Japan and all of his favorite things. Even though I know that there is so much more to see in Japan, we still went to the, popular, more touristy places like Tokyo, Yokohama, Kyoto, Osaka, but we also included some other smaller cities and villages such as Kamakura, Lake Biwa, Kanazawa, and of course his hometown, which is in the prefecture of Gunma. Obviously, I loved all the food that we tried. To me, food is always such a big part of traveling. I love trying new things, getting acquired to new tastes, and then try and recreate those dishes and flavors at home. I also enjoyed the nature in Japan a lot, the calm and serene temples and the shrines, the countryside, the forest, and activities such as ziplining and biking. I went home after this trip feeling like I have stepped into a different world, but somehow it felt very familiar and comforting. At this point, I was sure that I once wanted to live in a different country, spend more time than just 2 or 3 weeks in this country, really live like the locals, work there, and learn more about this other culture. That's when I roughly made my plan for the next couple of years. I was planning to work for 2 or 3 years to earn some money and save up enough to move to another country and live there for maybe about 2 years and then go back to Switzerland, my home. After a lot of conversations, me maybe slightly glamorizing living in a different country, my boyfriend kind of got on board with it. We had a few places in mind, but in the end, Japan just made the most sense. Although I've been learning a lot about Japan, reading books, my boyfriend telling me stories and so on, I have never really experienced the real Japan life. And since my boyfriend has also never experienced Japan as an adult because he studied abroad, this just made sense for us. I could learn more about my boyfriend's culture, see his family more often, and make my dream of living abroad come true as well. So here we are, in the midst of all the preparations of an international move. We are both a bit nervous, sometimes stressed, because obviously this is a big step. And if you have ever moved abroad, you probably know that you need to spend hours and hours. At this point, it might have been at least a full week already on research, documents, calls, trips to embassies, etc. We know that we are incredibly lucky to even be able to move there, of course, but we have both worked hard for this, saved a lot of money, invested many days in the preparations already, and we know that more is going to come as well. Most of all, we are very excited though. I have always loved the time before a big trip or some other bigger event. I just enjoy the preparation and the excitement that comes with it. I'll be sharing every step of my move to Japan on this channel, the real unfiltered experience. Think visa struggles, Japanese language wins, and maybe some fails, apartment tours, and of course plenty of delicious food discoveries. If you're curious about the practicalities of moving to Japan, or just want to see it all unfold with me, consider subscribing. I'd love for you to come along for the ride.